What's going on, YouTube? You already know, it's your boy Captain Scarface here again, bringing y'all some Judgment gameplay. I'm gonna do this episode a little bit differently. I'm gonna try to speed it up, make a long story short. This dude here, he was testifying for the ADTC. Everybody's claiming that he's guilty. Shono, he's the one who basically was doing the research at the ADC and knowing more of what the time or what kind of happened. But as you can see from his body language, he looked pretty much depressed. The jury is like kind of already settled and things aren't really on our side here. His main stance was to basically explain to the jury that Waku-san was actually inside the bed and that he's seen him there. His job is to basically walk around almost like a safety observer, make sure everybody take their medication, make sure everybody's pretty much good. Boom, bang, box. After that, a new witness is basically called to the stand, and our person that we're defending here, basically our client, has a question of why is that person up there? From our assumption, they must have had some type of interpersonal relationship, and once that happens, you're really not supposed to, basically that person's evidence or testimony would not be acquitted in court because of conflict of interest. Maybe they, I don't know if they're sister and brothers. There's so many plot twists to this thing. But she's basically here to explain the type of professional type of character our defendant actually was, so then basically the jury can kind of, I guess, sway the other way and believe that he's not guilty because of the good deeds that he did or things that he did around the ADDC or just walking, working period, not walking around and working, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Speed that up too. This is a long thing, and I don't even want y'all to see this because it's not boring, it's interesting, but it's like all right, can we get to it now? After that, this what I like about this game. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. It wants you to actually pay attention and select certain evidence and provide it to the court. And if you select the wrong thing, I don't think you start over. I select the wrong thing a couple times here. You don't start over. It's just like the jury will make it sound like, well, that isn't quite right, or that doesn't make sense. And then your self-consciousness here pops up in blue, and you get a chance to retry and collect the correct answer. We state that Shono basically testimony is a complete lie. That's the first character you guys seen at the beginning of this video that basically was on the stand first. They saying that basically he can't see from that front door, is not really liable or whatever. But my assumption again is that somebody is holding him accountable to make up these lies in his testimony. If not, if he don't do it, then something might happen to him. Of course, there's too many crooked cops, there's too many dirty things. We can't let nothing overlook us here. And this dude up here, this fucking prosecutor, I don't trust him neither. Her, I don't know where her role actually plays in, but I know she knows our defendant very well. After our little rebuttal, we obviously call Shono-san back on the stand. We got to get some cross-examination with this dude, because that's our job. That's basically how things work in the judge. I don't know if you guys watch Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown, what's the other one? Judge Mathis, a bunch of them. I don't know. But it's our turn basically to cross out the truths from the lies and separate the bullshit and give the reality. But everybody's always say, it's two sides of the story, and in the middle, it's the absolute truth. During the cross-examination, we freaking shattered this dude so much that he starts thinking he didn't know anything. He thought, well, that thought process of you thinking and not knowing can actually diminish your whole fucking point of view to the whole jury. So this dude, the prosecutor, is upset, obviously, because we're digging in, literally digging in his ass of the bullshit that they've been telling everybody. And he's like, ho, jury, objection, hold on, you can't say this evidence, Then boom, bang, bow, all hell broke loose. The woman that was first of all testifying for Okubo, or I keep forgetting his name, that was his girlfriend. And she came up and she allowed the jury to notice that, because I guess her emotions kind of took over her. And that kind of, I don't know, caused the jury to be a little shaky.
Please leave this courtroom at once.
You're right that he may be hard to approach, but he's a kind soul. And he always keeps his promises. Okubo-san's not the only person in this courtroom who would be affected by a guilty verdict, either. As a matter of fact, it would break my heart. And even through it all, he wanted me to keep this a secret, not to tell anyone, not even his lawyer, that we were dating. Ended up in prison. Making sure I was safe was the only thing in the world he cared about. That's just who he is. But when prosecution has already decided he's a criminal. How could he possibly be given a fair trial?
Her little outburst wasn't technically admissible, but as the trial dragged on, it hung over the jury like a stone. And in the end, Shinpei Okubo was found not guilty. But only a month after his release, everything changed. The same girl who had so bravely proclaimed Okubo's innocence died by the man's own hand.
So that was a lot to unpack, man. This company and these same characters, uno, dos, tres, these three people, maybe not the dude to the right, but we have a long history of turmoil, of beef, of situations that hasn't been taken care of about 3 years ago. So that was the time frame. So this is 3 years of bullshit, dirty lies, manipulation, and who knows how well his connections have grown from back then to now, politically wise, where he basically can do and make any type of medication he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And if you guys want to get even deeper to what I'm talking about, check out Pain on Netflix. It's a good movie. But other than that, this is an absolutely like plot video. I appreciate you guys sticking to it. Stay tuned for more. See you guys later. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. See you.
Yes. Thank you. It does seem we received a phone call from this Shintani-san you speak of.
Do you know who he was calling?
Dr. Shono.
The same Shono-san you were just with?
Yes. However, it's unclear as to what the point of the call was meant to be. Shono was away from his desk at the time, you see, and Shintani-san didn't leave a message.
You have no idea what he wanted to talk about?
None. Shono says he doesn't know a Shintani-san, and sees no reason why he would be calling.
Oh, really?
Shono and I co-authored the research paper on AD9. We're quite well known, as it turns out. Sometimes, complete strangers pretend to be close friends or relatives in order to contact us. Perhaps Shintani-san fell into that category.
Have you heard of the mole murders taking place in Kamurocho, Dr. Kido? 3 Yakuza, each one with their eyes gouged out. It's a grisly business. Shintani was killed in the same way.
I've seen the news.
Can you think of anything tying the ADDC to those murders?
Huh? Look, I believe we're done here. There's nothing I can help you with.
Please stop! You can't!
Who are you?
Detective Kurosawa, Kamuro Police, Organized Crime. One of your guests here has information related to the case I'm currently investigating. That would be you, Yagami.
Hmm?
I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer Masamichi Shintani.
Is that so?